Hello, this is Angela. I'm going to show you how to take a script file in MATLAB and put it into a Word document for our homework. So this is a Word document that you're looking at. I put a header in there which I would like you to look up and figure out how to do. It's all on the homework guidelines, and I've started out by saying this is homework problem number 1 from chapter 1, page 1. I'm just making this up. And let's say the homework problem was find the volume of a right circular cylinder given some dimensions. All right, so I've stated the problem here. We'll go to MATLAB. Now, one of the things we can do with MATLAB, of course, is we could say, well, let's say I'm given a radius. I could put r equals, say, 25. Let's say we're given it with a radius of 25 centimeters. And MATLAB will do this without any problem and gives me a variable in the workspace called r. It would be better for me to say something like radius equals 25. I'm going to suppress the output by putting a semicolon. All right, let's put in a height. Let's say we're given a height of 1 meter, so that's 100. Oops, forgot the equals. You notice the change in color. Well, let's say the height is that, and then I say, all right, well, the volume is going to be the area of the base, which is pi times the radius squared times the height. Oh, well, I don't really want to put in 100, even though that is the height. What I want to do in MATLAB or any computer is use the variables that I've defined. So let's go back and put in height. And this is all fine. And I might want to put, I would probably want to put parentheses about the pi r squared here, just so I know that that's the area of the base. MATLAB gives me a solution. That's great. So I could certainly just grab this. I'll just grab this part, Control C, and then open up my Word document again. Control V and paste it in there. Okay, it's there. It's not great. I don't have any comments here. I'd have to add some comments in Word that this is in centimeters or something like that. Now let's do it with a script file, which I think is much nicer. I can take all of that I've just learned in that I've just put into the command window and put it into a script file. So I'll come up to the left hand side here and say new script file, and it opens up a window that looks very much and acts similarly to the command window. Let me close that up a little bit. And what I'm going to do with the script file is type as if I was typing in the command window. I'm going to add comments because I do want you to add comments in any of your homework or files that programs that you write. So let's say we're given so use a % for a comment in MATLAB. Given the radius equals 25. Again, I'm going to suppress the output, but this time I'm going to tab over and put a comment that says this is in centimeters. Put a space. The height is 1, because that's actually what was given to me, 1 meter. So again, we'll tab and say that's in meters. And so I'm going to need a conversion, so I'm going to say conversion underscore centimeters underscore to meters is, well, we know it's 100. conversion factor, centimeters to meters. And because I'm a little picky about this, I'm going to move these percents so they're all nicely in line. And that's everything that I need. That's everything that I'm given. So I'm going to now find and we're going to find the volume. I am going to put this in parentheses. So pi times the radius squared times the height, and in this case the height, I need to multiply it by that conversion. Now, of course, I know it's in meters, so I could just put 100 in here. The problem with that is I'm not sure what this 100 is. If I'm looking at 500 lines of code and I come down here, I'm not really seeing what this 100 is, especially if I decided to change the height. All right, if I decided to change the height to say to feet or something like that, it's much easier to say, oh look, I've got some, sorry, I have, rather than a number, wording to tell me what I've got. So conversion, we'll use this conversion, centimeters to meters. This is just a name I made up. All right. And now we can run our script. So we just come up here to the run button and see if it runs. Oh, it's going to ask me to save it. So let's give it a name, homework format, script example. It's going to give it a .m extension, and it's going to put it in the file that I have designated in MATLAB. So I say save that. Let's try it again, run. And you'll notice it didn't run in the script window, but it did run in the command window. So one way now that I can add this to my Word document is just gather all of this. I've noticed that it's the same answer, so it works. So Control C, go to Word, and I'll put it in below this one so you can see the difference. And how much nicer this code is than the one above. I don't have all the command prompts. It's very clear. I've got the notes, comments, that sort of thing. So let's go down here. I have no idea why this became highlighted. I'm not looking for any highlighting in your homework, and I would say the answer, the volume, is 196,350 centimeters cubed. And we'll put a box around that because we wanted, remember I wanted a box. So I'll come up here, put a box around the answer. Sorry about this highlighting. Let's get rid of it. Okay, so I'll also remove this. Your homework should look something like that. You can fancy it up. I could have put the comment about what the problem was into my script file if I wanted to. The nice thing about a script file is you now have it, so you can use it, go back to it. All right, and then the next homework problem would be just below this, say 1.2, chapter 1. Perhaps it's the same page, and you'd have one document with all your homework in it, and then that will get uploaded. Okay, so I hope that helps. If you have any questions, just contact me. Email's the best. And good luck.